Good evening to everyone. My name is Minister Glenda Hinton. Giving honor to God and thanking Apostle KJ Maxx and Lady Marja Maxx for giving me this opportunity to come before you today. Let's pray. Our Father God, we thank you for being the head of our life, God. We thank you for grace. We thank you for mercy. We thank you for being King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Lord, I ask you this day, God, that as I come before you, God, that I be the vessel that you use, and that this word be all of you and none of me, in Jesus' name. Amen. Today, we will be coming from Jonah 1:1-3. As it say, now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa, and he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of God. Today's subject is the conclusion of you can't run, you can't hide. One of the things I have came to realize that we hold on to strongholds that have us running, have us hiding from our own shadow. The shadow that has been following us around all our life. We are sometimes our own problem. My purpose today is to let you know it is time to face the circumstances, the problems, the issues, and the trouble by pulling down the stronghold that had you running, had you hiding in the first place. When we read about Elijah in 1 Kings 18-19, Elijah ran and hid from Jezebel. Now there's a lot of reason why we hide. There's a lot of reason why we run. But in this passage, being afraid have us running also. In Elijah's case of running and hiding, it was not because he didn't do what God told him to do. The Bible tells us that after Elijah ran and hid from Jezebel, he also ran and hid because of rejection. God asked him, Elijah, what are you doing here? Elijah answered, I have been zealous, my Lord. And we know zealous means having much passion for someone. And Elijah had much passion for God. Elijah said, I am tired. Israel, your people, reject your word. So if they were rejecting God's word, that means that they were rejecting Elijah too. Elijah ran, Elijah hid because he lost his passion. He turned away from God. We run, we hide in other direction because we feel like no one is listening to us. But God is so compassionate that he will chase after us. He will chase after us when we're tired. He chases after us when we feel rejected, when flesh leads us the wrong way. He chased after Jonah. As Jonah woke up and he fled. He fled to Tarshish, wanted to get on a ship to get far away and hiding at the bottom of a ship, God knew that Jonah was capable of delivering the word. Although Jonah's spirit man had not fully developed yet, as we develop spiritually, we listen more to our inner man or our spiritual conscience. For us to stop running, for us to stop hiding, we have to pull down the stronghold. We know that stronghold is of the mind. We could be overthinking. It can happen through certain issues or problems and emotions. It can happen to any of us. It can happen to me. It can happen to you. Remember, it happened to Jonah. It was an intense moment for Jonah. Jonah woke up to go to Nineveh. But that stronghold, that flesh, had him to change his mind. As we discussed Jonah 1:1-3, before running and hiding, the word of the Lord came to Jonah, and it came to him quickly. And in other words, the inner man spoke clearly for him to even get up in the first place. But as Jonah got up, flesh took over. Jonah heard the Spirit of God. The inner man is described as spiritual aspect of a person. The outer man, we know, is the flesh. It tries to think it is in charge. We have to defeat the stronghold of the mind and the body. Strongholds affect our attitudes, it affects our emotions and our behavior. Again, look at Jonah. Jonah was looking at it like, okay, well, if I go, this is flesh talking. If I go, then they may kill me. Why don't God just kill them? Why don't God just go ahead and take care of them because they haven't been doing right? But that was not his decision. Tell me, what is affecting you to make you run and hide? What is stopping you from doing right when a crisis comes your way? 2 Corinthians 10:3-5. It tells us, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. It's not fleshly, but mighty in God. Mighty means the power of God. By pulling down strongholds, casting down arguments, and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. So all the captivity, everything that is not of God, we got to put it in captivity to the obedience of God. We got to listen to God. We got to do what God tells us to do. We have to look at Jonah. Jonah had humanity. It says Jonah rose up to flee. So Jonah was human just like we are. Yes, we are human. But running and hiding is not fixing the problem. We have to stop letting the devil think he has won, when God has already prepared you for the battle of life. Even when we are weak, even when we have backslid, even if you think God cannot use you. A good example of a man that was doing one of the worst things you can do against God. That was persecuting the Christians, running the wrong way. And one day, on the road to Damascus, which we know Damascus is a city, It changed his whole life. People talked about him. People didn't like him. People didn't trust him. They looked at him funny. Paul was a man with much faith, no matter where the Spirit of God led him. Even being in prison, he still carried on the work of the Lord. He did not run nor hide from God's calling. He didn't let the outer man take over. He was delivered from all of that. He wanted to do the work of the Lord. In today's life, you have a problem and you don't want anyone to know. So your inner man is crying out for you to get help. But the flesh, which is the outer man, is telling you, oh, you're going to be embarrassed. People will start looking at you funny. Oh, you're okay the way you are. No. So what report do you believe? Are you going to believe the spirit man, which is God? Or are you going to believe the flesh? That is why the Bible tells us that the flesh is weak. Matthew 26:41 tells us we must watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. In my closing, with knowing that we need to pray, we need to seek God because our flesh is weak. We can identify those strongholds by keeping a prayer life or letting God in your life. Letting the flesh know it is not in charge. This will take you to a whole new level on where to start defeating the devil. When we face adversity, are we going to run, hide, or let flesh take over? The answer is no. We're going to listen to our spiritual man as we run for help in God and hide in his presence. No matter what it is, God can help us. He can help me. He can help you. There's a song that I was listening to, and it's called I'm Chasing After You. Now we know if we can chase after God, we know 100% that God will chase after us. Matter of fact, we just need to take off. God will meet you majority of the way. You don't even have to be halfway. So as he chases after us, let's chase toward him also. Amen. Let's pray. Our Father God, we thank you for how you chase after us, even when we don't want you to, even when we don't understand situations, we don't understand problems, we don't understand any of it, God. But we know that if we call on your name, that you will answer our prayer and you will help us to not be like Jonah, but be more like you. That we would run and we will hide in your bosom so that you can take care of us. We appreciate you in every way. In Jesus' name, amen. To those of you that are still tuned in, if you would like to be a blessing to Rhema Word Ministry or to our Apostle KJ Maxx, the ways are on the screen. Remember, the seed that leaves your hand will never, ever leave your life. May God continue to bless you.
How to get to